Hi there, welcome back to Bridging Gap Software, and I'm going to show you my implementation of WebSockets with SignalR and Angular and .NET on the back end. Alright, so starting here with the front end in Angular, let's see, we got to have the Microsoft package, Microsoft SignalR. So you get started with that, get that installed, bring it in here. Alright, starting off, create your connection, new hub connection builder with URL. In your environment, make sure you've got, and we'll look at this later, but make sure you got the right endpoint set there. Alright, and this is set so on the main app component set on in the constructor. So when the app fires up, it's creating the connection. And you see the is platform browser there. I'm using Angular server-side rendering, so you have to check where your code's running on the browser or the server. And most of this app is running like a traditional SPA. We're mainly using SSR for SEO and first page rendering benefits. Alright, so back to the SignalR. So we have start to start connecting to the server, and then on the back end, when it registers that the user is connected, we'll catch it here. We have a flag, is user connected, to help us with connection. And here, since online users aren't added to the hub until after they've signed in, and so I have this flag or implementation in place to catch when a user needs added to the hub. And then on online users, when the server sends the list of online users, catches it here, we add them to the list with the spread syntax to make sure we're not duplicating in our list. All right, we've got a stop hub connection. When a user leaves the app on the web, then it stops the connection to the server. All right, and here's the main function here. We have when a user signs in and they get added to the list. Checking connection. If not connected, then we add them to waiting to join and just return. And that's when up here, when the connection actually goes through, if we have this user waiting to join, then it will try to re-add them. Check if this online user, if it's already set, then we're not going to try to add them again. And yeah, this is how you invoke a function on the server. So, and we'll look at that here shortly. We've got this add user, it's got to match the function on the back end, and we're passing the GitHub username, resetting waiting to join, they've joined, so all that is set. Well, I think that's it mostly for here. Displaying it right here, online users, pretty self-explanatory if you're familiar with Angular. Our interface, since we're not going to be creating this on the front end, like invoking a new method or instantiating, then we just need an interface to map the types and that stuff. All right. All right. So looking at the back end. All right. Here's our OnlineHub. And let's take a look at the requirement for this. Let me open up. Where's the nuget? That's not. All right. Let's go here. All right. So you got to have this package, AspNetCore.SignalR.Common for .NET 8. So and make sure that's installed. All right. And then you bring it in using Microsoft AspNetCore.SignalR, create this hub, and it's based off that SignalR hub class. And so once you get that initiated, then you come here and you've got to map your hub and to a URL that you want clients to connect to. And so if you remember earlier, this base URL where we set our connection builder on the front end, this is a base URL for all the hubs. And then I added online here at the end. All right. And then another key thing before you start working on your hub is, here. With origins, you have to specify your core's origins in order to use SignalR and WebSockets. All right. And so I've got this list set up. It's coming from the configuration, and it's just JSON. I can share the apps. All right, so now we can work on our hub. I've set some static properties here for our online group and the couple different methods we're going to use between the front end and the back end. All right, so OnConnectedAsync and OnDisconnectedAsync, these two functions or methods come from the SignalR hub. You have to have these to create your connection and disconnect. So groups is like a lobby or a chat room, whatever. You get the connection ID from the context, which is set from the SignalR hub, and then our online group, which is, I don't know why they call it group, but anyway. All right, so clients, caller, user connected method. All right, so it's going to let the caller, the specific, the one specific client is going to receive this user connected event, a method. All right, and then display. So the users connected now, they can see the online users, and we have a service to get those, and we'll look at that in a minute. All right, and then our groups, our clients, all right, we're specifying the group that we want to send this list to, send async, and then the what list we're specifying and what's going in that list. Alright, so here's our add user method I showed you earlier from the Angular front end that we have to invoke, and it matches up here the GitHub username that we're passing for the display, and we're adding the user to list, using connection ID as their key or ID, the username, and then we display, they get added. And then remove is just the reverse, user connection ID, pop them off the list, and then return the new list. Alright, so we can look at our online service. It's nothing special, just a quick class, or a short class, a simple class. We're setting up our users, our list to manipulate for, this is going to be displayed for everyone, on all the online users. We just got add user list. We check if their key is in there, connection ID, or if they're we're also checking if the GitHub username already exists also. Alright, and then just add them. Good deal. Remove user from the list. Just same thing in reverse. If their key is there, remove it. Otherwise, whatever. And then our get users. So order by, and we want to return the list by ordered by their GitHub username. So, and we can I guess GitHub is, we don't necessarily, and we can work on ordering things later. Alright, so just to clarify where the front end and back end match up, we've got this user connected method to let the front end know that the connection is established here. So that's on connected user. Alright, and then our online users works similar, but we're actually getting the list from the back end. That's the display users here. Display online users, clients, groups, the group, send the method on the front end, and the list of users. Stop hub connection on user signed in, add user, that's what we invoke on the back end here. You can actually get the user added to the list. And that's it to get working with real-time WebSockets on a web app. Thank you. Happy coding.